your offense, obviously, for a couple weeks now has kind of sputtered. What do you see on offensively that's not working?
Well, first of all, the guys on the other side of the ball had something to do with that. Okay, and then second of all, we just, it sounds simplistic, we just kind of missed on a few things. We've had some penalties that hurt us on a couple plays that got called back that would have been in scoring areas. And then we've just got to execute a little bit better. So we've gone back and looked at all that and looked about what they did against us. Really, we knew what Washington was going to do. You know, we've got to play better against Washington. We've got to do all that, but they're the #1 defense in our league year in, year out right now. So their power up front has hurt everybody, and that's really what kind of hurt us in that game. The USC game, they did a couple new wrinkles on us. Had 2 weeks off, a week off, and which helped us. For people are going to copy that down the road, so we'll be more prepared for that. So that's kind of some of the generalities of it, and there's other individual things that we're doing and working on.
When you look at that game after having played Washington the last couple of years, and then look at this game, you feel like you've at least closed the gap in terms of just physicality and
we have I feel like closed the gap some. There's no doubt, even more than we were in the 2016 championship game. Now, close the gap and winning, there's another gap you got to close, and we understand that. We don't take anything lightly in that or say that, but we had our opportunities in the game. It really did come down. You say that a few times. I couldn't have said that the last 2 times we played, but that game came down to really 1 or 2 plays. Switching on a 4th down play, they make it, we don't make it. A pass called, a penalty called, and not a penalty called. It's a whole different football game. So we've got to start playing better offensively, and I definitely believe we will. And defensively, we got to keep going and keep improving every week. And we got to be intense every game and be physical, or we can get a lot of points scored on us. So, but I thought our effort, our tenacity, our never give in attitude, and our togetherness really showed in that game. We just didn't get on top. Hopefully we'll get on top in the games coming up.
How big of a key do you feel like that offensive line is for you guys to get going and to try to shore that up a little bit?
Yeah, it's the offensive line is always a key. I mean, it's a huge key. We've shown signs of playing really well. We've shown signs of it being a little tough. We've got to get, like you said, we've got to be more consistent in certain times when we have to be, and we've showed glimpses of that this year. So I know we can do it. We got to get it down and be consistent with it.
At some point, I know there's a lot of shuffling on that line. I've heard line coaches a lot over the years say continuity is such a big deal. Is that something that at some point maybe you guys just stick with 5 and go with it, or do you like the shuffling?
Whatever works. I've seen people shuffle people in and out at work. I've seen people play with 5 guys the whole time and it works. We've had guys nicked up. We've had different things happen. But we've got to figure out exactly what we feel like works. All those young men are trying extremely hard. Sometimes when you go against certain teams, some guys fit a guy better than another guy when you go into the game. If a guy's a fly-off pass rusher, it's different than a guy that might be a 270-pound set the end. So you kind of look at that too a little bit right now.
I know we talked to the guys about this after the game a little bit. Pac-12 South, everybody's got 2 losses. Does it now get down to every week is just taking care of business? And
yeah, you got to go win every week. There's no doubt about it. We still have an opportunity to do well in that. We're concerned about this next game, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, all in that sequence. So it all starts Saturday for homecoming. If we take care of our business, that gives us another week to kind of keep surviving and keep playing. So that's what we'd like to do.
How close are LaVisca and Jay to coming back?
They're still day to day, and we'll know more later in the week, hopefully, on those guys. Jay's gone through the whole protocol and was moving around out there today. As long as he doesn't have any other headaches or anything like that, should progress. Visca's moving around. We'll see how sore it is as he goes. It's on the toe.
That was a turf toe with him,
yeah.
Right? And then you mentioned losing Chris the other day to the wrist. After the game, you said we're hoping to get one of those guys back. Is there a concern with one of them?
Well, we're trying to get Slim back. He moved around out there today. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. Chris Miller is getting looked at by the doctors this afternoon to find out the extent of if they'll have to do surgery, if they can do surgery and bring him back, if he's going to be out. So it's still up in the air if he'll be able to go or not.
Is it a broken wrist for him?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's something up in this area, and they're going to X-ray it, MRI it, do all that, and decide what they have to do.
Do you sense this team hasn't lost any confidence watching them out there in practice this morning? It seemed like
No. They're upbeat. They care about each other. They're lifting each other up, and that's what brotherhood's about. I'm gonna carry my brother. He doesn't matter how heavy he is and whatever situation they got to do. And I thought guys stepped in last week and did well when they came in, and we've got a huge game Saturday and one that we're excited about. And I'm excited about having a packed house here for homecoming on a beautiful afternoon at 1 o'clock, and I think it's supposed to be like 65 degrees and sunny. You can't beat that in Colorado. With all the leaves changing, it's going to be gorgeous. So that's what our guys are excited about doing.
One last thing, going against Brian Lindgren this week.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to seeing him again?
I am looking forward to seeing Brian. I'm not really looking forward. I don't think we're looking forward to going against each other because we're really close, and so are a lot of the other guys. But it'll be great to see Brian. And of course, when the game starts, he wants to kick our butt, and we want to kick his butt. And then after the game's over, we'll be friends again. But for that 4-hour period, we're not friends, and he's not a friend of ours, and he knows that. And that's the way it is in sports. The coaching profession is such a close coaching profession that happens quite often, and everybody wants to win, and then when it's over, you move on. Look forward to seeing Brian. He did a great job for me at San Jose State, a great job here, and so it'll be good to see him.
You just said it happens a lot in the coaching profession. How much can a guy that was here just a year ago go to Oregon State and say, "Hey, this kid does this player does
Oh yeah,
this,
they'll definitely do that. He'll definitely tell them what different guys do and what he thinks. There's no doubt about that. That's all part of it. We evaluate film closely. He'll evaluate film closely. He'll tell them about how big he really is, what size he really is. All those types of things. And so that's all part of it. There's no doubt about it. All right.